Hey, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to another live edition of Mafia Roundtable, Cicale's Corner Unfiltered. And don't forget, I'm not going to forget this time, don't forget to go to the Goodfella podcast and check out Joe Barone every day at 2 p.m. No, I'm just
I wish. Hey, Dominick,
Joe,
nice
thanks
having
for
me on.
joining us.
Oh, man, my pleasure. You kidding? Hey, listen, I got to give a quick shout out to my friend Brady and his fiance Morgan. They're going to be investing some nice piece of change in the Crypto Nostro.
Well, Brady and Morgan, thank you so much for investing. You're in good hands. This
Absolutely.
is better than Allstate, these hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember that commercial?
Absolutely.
Now we're
Thanks,
showing
Tom.
our age.
Yeah.
So
The white
let
hair
me
does
say
that
hello
too.
to everybody. Let's go through the gamut. Francisco, Tommy, Purge, Johnny, Philly Bob. Good to see everybody. Thorn we have. Okay, that's a new guy. Here we go. Scully, Salvatore, Shay. We have, what's that? Shiv's down. Okay, we got an Italian flag in the house. That's what I'm going to say. Me and my struck pet. Who else? I know Cynthia's here. All-Star, what's up? Let's see what All-Star has to say. Las Vegas Lines. Dom to bust the rap. 25 to 1. Dom white hat. Blue. Dom wearing OCN shirt. EG shirt.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
You got to love it. You got to love it. All-Star, what's up? Cynthia, what's up? Jay, good to see you. Brandy. I know Susan's in here somehow. Hey, Mafia Roundtable 2's here. Cicale's Corner Unfiltered. Good to see you. Hey, yeah, Dom, good to see you too. Okay, there we go. What the hell? Codfather Cal. Okay, what's up? Jeff looks serious about that cheese. Oh, my God. Jeff doesn't stop eating.
Oh, God.
Jeff has 10 assholes. Big Arm, what's up in the house? Timothy, good to see you. The Bronx. Oh, here we go. The Bronx. I'm holding court today. Who robbed the mob? Come clean. This is a retaliation from the Albanians because Dom let them know there was no one was going to get clipped. Who let it out? The robber or the victim? Dun, 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 dun.
Questions.
Yes. We're going to go into this, folks, because I went back and forth with Gene Borello today, and I highly respect Gene. Gene, that's like my younger brother. Mm-hmm. So I'll go back and forth. But CJ, good to see you. CJ says, OCN, let's go. We did hit 6.5 today. I saw if it went higher. I don't know. CJ would know that. CJ's on track with that. Sam the Man, what's up? But folks, this shit is going. I was told by one of my partners that they got a whole bunch of investment dollars coming into OCN. Nice. So like I said, and then we are making our donations. So that's going to be made public from the tax. We have accumulated quite a bit of money. So that goes to anti-Semitism. Mm-hmm. So we'll be announcing that soon. So stay tuned for that. And again, it's just doing the right thing, keeping it going. Wendy, hello. Timothy, also Joseph, Bella, I'm sorry I didn't make it to the office today. I just been slammed with this. We have Jack in the house, Joetown Jack. Good to see you. So Mustang Sally also. So with all that, folks, we have a lot of good things coming out. Bear with us. Getting the whole entire website redesigned, done over. Reason being, my programmer did a custom website and everything's programmed. So I have to depend on him to make changes. We can't make changes. It's not like cut and paste. Everything goes into a program. It's over my head, over my pay grade, and I'm not going to be held like I feel I have to count on him for everything. Can't do that. I work too fast, too hard, and we need changes done quick. I can't wait on a programmer to make these changes. So I'm going to another website company. We're going to redesign everything. We're changing everything out.
Going to come out nice, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, we already have the designs laid out that we want, but we need to insert them ourselves.
Mhm.
And right now we can't because everything is a code because it's custom, and we can't work like that. Even the shopping cart, everything's coded. We can't post anything. We can't add. We can't subtract. We can't enhance. We can't change pricing. I depend on him.
Mm.
And I'm not going to have my stuff where I have to depend on somebody if need be. So,
Never did before.
Yeah. It's crazy. But anyway, Ryan says, hit the like button, everybody. Otherwise, you're getting clipped. Joe's going to come after you today.
Yeah. I'm on the show. I got to do what the boss orders. You know what I mean?
That's it. There we go. There's another RICO indictment. There we go.
Right.
Yo, before we go into this talk about who robbed the social club.
Okay.
What do you think about this Diddy deal, the Diddley trial, we'll call it?
I think there's definitely people. First, let me send my best regards to all of your viewers. Some of them are mine. So hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for all the shout outs. The Diddy thing is, listen, there's people talking over there, obviously. I just don't understand why a guy with all his money, all his fame, and all of this kind of stuff would even indulge in this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Is he guilty or not? I wasn't there. I don't know. But I think I think this is only the start of it. I think they got some videos and stuff that hasn't come out yet. I don't even know what's on that. I don't know who's going to be testifying against him because there's going to be people talking.
Right. I think the videos they have are from the freak offs.
Okay.
In my opinion. That's what I think it is. And the only thing I don't like, they should have never charged him with a RICO. He's the only co-defendant. He's the only defendant, not even co-defendant. The only defendant sitting at that table. RICO means multiple people.
That's the reason why when you're saying exactly what I was going to say. The RICO is a organization, right? That's what it is. So that's why I'm thinking there's other people involved. How could they get away with charging them with a RICO if there's nobody else involved?
Well, here's what bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably, when they say RICO, they probably had the assistant, people that helped them facilitate these parties. So you know how the government works. You facilitate, you're an accessory, so you're part of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
So the government looks like gave them all a reprieve based on, well, I didn't know I was ordered, I had to do this. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. Because they could have said no. They're just as guilty as him. If this was trafficking, if he is found guilty, they're just as guilty. So, and even all these celebrities, this is what's most appalling. You have all the celebrities who were at these parties, and you heard Jamie Foxx say, I knew at a certain hour I'm getting my butt out of here. Denzel too. I knew at a certain hour so everybody was well aware. Yes. So you actually helped facilitate a crime, knowing what was going down. So you knew, to the extent we don't know what they knew, but they knew the freak was coming. Now, what bothers me, everybody knows the guy's a freak with women, with men, boys, young girls. He's definitely, if they were underage, I don't know that for a fact. But when I say young, I'm talking 18, 19, 20.
Right.
Because we don't know for a fact. I don't know. Maybe the government knows, but I don't know. Mm-hmm. But for them to, and you know what? They should have hit him with crimes like assault on a woman, Cassie. Boom, that's one. Take him to trial, guilty. Putting out drugs, facilitating all different types of drugs. That's another charge, drug charge. That's different. Like, that's okay. But what they're doing is dirty. The government's being overzealous. You have these prosecutors who are garbage. For them to do is the prosecutors, that to me, they're pieces of shit.
But they always have been.
Call it the way it is and stop being overzealous. It's like they're taking it personal, and I don't like that.
Well, something, to be honest with you, it's almost, all the prosecutors, even the assistant U.S. attorneys, they're all the same. It's like they're either trying to make a big name for themselves, and they always throw everything at the wall. But like you were saying before about the people who might have helped him or not helped him, it's almost like a drug dealer driving a truck. And all of a sudden he says, I just drive the truck. I don't know what's in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They all know that that's a lie. You know what's in it. I'm not going to drive a truck unless you're going to tell me what's in the back.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So
yeah. So, but we'll see what the outcome is. I think the government overshot their load by RICOing them. I think there's going to be 1 or 2 people on that jury who's not going to say, you know what, I'm not going to. Yes, he's disgusting. He's a foul. I'm not even going to insult human beings by calling him a human being. He's just a foul person. And but what the government's doing is wrong, because they should have charged him with beating down Cassie. They have the video on that.
Right.
And to say forcing her, say Stockholm syndrome. Why didn't she have Stockholm syndrome in the beginning?
Yeah, right.
Stockholm stops the bullshit. Like, everybody could say things, and with good lawyering, they could come up with some good things. But at the end of the day, my version of him, he's a low-life piece of shit. And one day he will get what he has coming to him.
Well, the other thing too, Dominic, you remember too, I never really liked him, but like you said, getting charged with the RICO and going above and beyond is ridiculous. But if you remember the Mike Tyson, when the girl went to the hotel with him at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, what are you going to the hotel that late in the morning for? You know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
No, he banged her, and then at the end of the day, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody knows that.
Anyway, let's go into the crux of this story today. Now, folks, I'm going to ask you, the viewers. Excuse me. There was Gene Borello came out with a social club owned and operated by the Bonanno Crime Family in the Bronx, New York. So he didn't say if it was Pelham Bay or Throgs Neck, but that's where we are heavy located, in Pelham Bay, Throgs Neck. Was robbed at gunpoint by some people. Now, I'm asking you, the viewers, because I don't know. I didn't see it. I tried looking it up. Was, what's his name? Was Scott Bernstein? Did Scott Bernstein report this? And please, if some of my monitors could, my gatekeepers, because I know you guys follow up. So, did Scott Bernstein first report it? Okay, Ryan says Gene said near Arthur Avenue. I wouldn't know. He did, but he got it from Gene. Okay, so Scott did report this as well. And then, Cynthia, I have to ask you a question. Who is this Anna Ramirez? Because if she keeps it up with her nonsense, because it might be JEFF NADU, block her. That's all. So just watch what she says. And Anna, I don't like what you've been saying. So, you're probably JEFF NADU in disguise with some long hair, with a wig on.
What a piece of work he is.
What's that?
What a piece of work he is.
Anna is Nadu. Then you know what? Block her, Cynthia, please. If Nadu wants to come on, he could come on as JEFF NADU. So
what a coward not to even say what he wants to say.
Yeah, he's just a little mutt.
Yeah.
He's a mutt.
I always hate it. I remember when I used to, because you weren't like a loan shark like me, but when I was out there and the guys used to tell me, Joe, I'm not afraid of you. I said, well, that's okay, because the results will still be the same. You're going to go to the hospital. You're going to get beat up. It doesn't matter. So that's good. When you wake up, tell the doctor I wasn't afraid of him. And the doctor's going to say, maybe you should have been. But this guy, I don't like punks and weasels. It's weaselly like he's doing. And that's always bothered me.
Yeah. He's a mutt. He's a mutt.
Yeah.
So Billy Bob, he'll never man up. But we'll answer questions later. We'll go through the questions. But Gene reported that they got robbed gunpoint, and Gene and I were going back and forth all day today. Not all day, but most of the day, and before I came on, because what I was told, and listen, that's my area. I live there. Nobody has, no one, not even Gene, has stronger contacts than I do in my area that I grew up in my whole life. From Pelham Bay to Throgs Neck. I got wise guys. I got people that are in the Bonanno Crime Family, made members telling me. And two people here, just two of them. When I asked them, I said, guys went into a social club in the Bronx with guns and took out over 100,000 in cash and jewelry. Serious? Never heard that. That's what you said. Again, supposedly that just happened this past week. That's BS. I would have heard it. So that's from one person. And then the maid guy, and I'm keeping it vague because I've never exposed my friends, obviously. Good morning. Is it true the Bonanno Social Club was robbed this past week? No, all nonsense. So, and that's from my guy. And while we're here, he said, we'll go into that later. I'll go into that. So everybody I spoke to never happened. So, but let's talk about it. Word is, on the other side, going over it with Gene, and if I would have got confirmation, mark my words, folks, because I'm very accurate when I speak. If anybody had the goal to do it, it would definitely be the Albanians. Reason being, Lenny, I think his last name is Collada. I call him Bitch Boy too, because I didn't like him on the street. Who's one of these up there with Alex Rudai and Nick. He got the shit beat out of him. I think he was in Fort Dix, one of the prisons. They beat him down because what he did in a different institution, he got to pay the black guy money to slap Michael Washwoman the nose. And Michael, like the bitch he is, didn't do a damn thing.
You mean he didn't write a letter?
Yeah, he did. I think he wrote Charisse, I miss you. Please help. But he got smacked. He didn't do anything. I think eventually Lenny went to the hole, got shipped. Wherever Lenny went, I think it was Johnny, Joe, and Ace. They beat him. They tuned them up bad. Somebody in the Bonannos tuned them up bad in the system. So this would definitely be a retaliation because they don't respect Michael at all. Johnny Joe, they're losing respect. And you know what? Again, this stems from, makes it even better, stems from my opinion, if it did happen. This stems from a JEFF NADU, basically calling all the Bonannos rats in his last show when I called him out. He didn't come out and say it verbatim, but he said, you might as well make Sal Vitale the underboss. That's the next thing we'll hear. So what's he saying? So they're all just weak, they're soft. So if this happened, Bonannos, point the finger at JEFF NADU. That's when the Albanians say, you know what, this little troll, this little oompa loompa looking thing, probably was right. And that's what I feel with that.
And that's sad. Yep, I agree. That's very sad because there's a lot of guys in there, like you just mentioned, Ace and Johnny Joe. They are no rats.
No,
and then they can handle
solid guys. But by him throwing those innuendos out, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. You're saying they're soft. You're saying they're a bunch of rats, basically. And there was a lot more innuendos he put out there. Because Jeff really thinks he's a gangster because he's over there with Joey Molino, and Joey could give two shits about him.
He'll leave him there. Believe me, somebody grabs Jeff or anything, Joey would not want nothing to do with it. He's not going to protect him.
No, Joe. Listen, it's going to be a matter of time that we hear Joey cracks him because this kid comes out he gets overconfident and he'll get cracked. Yes. But if this did happen, if Gene's right, because Gene says he has a strong contact there, and supposedly I'll say it. Supposedly Ernie Aiello was there, and you know what? I'm going to read from the maid guy who told me. He said Louis Electric was basically banished. I believe he's down by me. So I'm going to try to reach out to Louis, see if he's around. I don't care.
Wow.
No one's happy with the washwoman, but they are just going along for the ride. A few people are hoping that June is not just a rumor, because there's word that June there's going to be a roundup. That's what he's telling me. And Ernie, meaning Ernie Aiello, he's saying eventually flipping. There's bets out there.
Wow.
Ernie's going to be a rat. So
wow.
So we'll see. We'll see. And that's from a guy who straightened out. So that's just, it's sad.
It is because I know Louis good too, because I'm the one who actually had to report to him after you went away.
Right.
So
Louis a great guy. That's the best thing they could have did to Louis. If Louis left, Louis went out. Louis, proud of you. Glad you got away from him, because as you well know, Louis, Michael's a mutt. He's just a mutt, a dog.
Yeah.
And the funny part is, I would say it if he was right in front of me. I'd say it to his face. He wouldn't do shit.
Nope. Not even now.
He won't even say shit back to me.
Nope.
And Joe, you know that. He'll just look at me. He won't even call me a rat to my face.
Yeah.
Guaranteed 10,000%.
Yeah.
Wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it.
Listen, he had plenty of chances to talk to you the way he would pretend to talk to. He never did it before. He'll definitely still not do it now.
No, knowing the venom I have now,
oof,
and knowing I had him, that I was killing him in February.
well, hold on.
Yeah. You know,
Hey,
he's a dog. He's a dog.
Yeah, at least I was going to make my bones that night. That's all.
Yeah. That, you know what, folks? I don't want to take anybody's life, but that would have been a pleasure for me. There's certain people that are just scum.
And they got to come into them. They got to come into them.
That's the way I feel. So.
Yeah, what we used to say in the street was he's overdue. He's long overdue.
Let me see. Just another Tony. Let's see what he said. Word on the street in the Bronx is that Morris Park stick-up crew did it. Some people say it was Italian guys from Brooklyn, maybe other factions of the family. Well,
if it is, it'll come out. That'll come out. If it's
we'll eventually hear it. I got everybody out there looking. So, Peter Armstrong, did you take Mr. No? It just skipped on me. I'm just. Camilla said, so a made guy. So a made guy, have you all that info when they know you're babbling on YouTube? Make that make sense. Camilla, I have no idea. Do me a favor, learn how to speak properly and then come see me. Do you know? Is Bruno the underboss? Tony D. No, I heard Bruno was the consigliere. Joe, could you see some of these responses?
Yeah, every time
you could read some if you want.
Yeah, every time you see it, when it comes up, you show it to me.
You want me to show it?
Yeah, because that's what.
You could give me a break a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. So James Amadia, Cheesecake Gaga has announced all 5 NY bosses.
Well, I didn't mean to hit that one, but here.
Okay. Okay. Dom, what I don't understand, if the guys have so many issues with the washwoman, why wouldn't they just bitch him out and remove him from that spot? That's actually a good question. But maybe nobody wants to take the reins or to be in that position.
No, I think my opinion. I think Johnny Joe's secure in that position. He's happy there, knowing he has the power, and put the heat on Dum Dum or Washwoman. Let him take all the heat.
Yeah,
and who knows who's really calling the shots? I remember when Tony Green was in position; he was the acting boss at that time. Vinny was the one calling the shots behind the scenes.
That's the best way.
Had Tony's ear, and Tony would tell, what's his opinion. Vinny would do it. Okay, that's a good opinion, and he'd go with it. So, even though Vinny wanted that position too, but sometimes that's what you have to do.
Got to be smart.
Oh, you know what? His all-star. Let's see this. Good.
I tried to donate to Jeff's channel with OCN. He was upset. He was upset. He deleted my comment.
Yeah, that's another thing. I got the German. He's not on, but the German. Let me find him, and I'll read what the German did. Where are you, German? Where are you? Come on and play, German. Let's see. I have to find them. Which account?
If the place was really robbed too, let me tell you something. That just goes to show you the level of respect that they don't have for the washwoman or anything like that. It was different when you and Vinny were out there.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
I knew Alex too, and them guys, and they were pretty decent guys. And I used to work out, and they used to work out the same gym that I did in Yonkers. But yeah, they had respect then. Oh
yeah, folks, here it is. See,
this guy.
Here's the comment he wrote. The German. Invest in Crypto Nostra. Join the Cicale family. Watch your investment grow to a phenomenal length. Don't out on an opportunity to invest in your future. This mutt blocked him because he said that. What a little bitch boy. Yeah. I mean, what a hater, jealous, envious little pud.
I don't know if I would dislike him even more than Skinny Joey. You know what I mean?
What? Here's what bothered me, and everybody knows me, and especially you, Joe. I keep it real.
Yes.
Right, wrong, or indifferent.
100%.
Joey Molino was on. I caught one of his things as I'm scrolling through, and he's talking about people hating on his with the cheesesteak. Now, with his cheesesteak, all these effing haters and this and that. Let me see if I could find it.
You said he probably got a good cheesesteak wherever he's got the business, if I remember.
Yeah. Anyway, they all bitched. He's bitching about it. All these haters, these effing people, they want to hate. So I commented. I said, you know what? I wish you guys the best success, most luck. You should open up another cheesesteak and just make sure the quality is there. Congratulations on your success. I'm not a hater. So somebody said, Dom, why would you say that? You're nothing but a hater. I says, no, you got, and I responded to him. I said, no, you got it wrong. I'm not a hater. Just because we have differences, we're on different sides now. You know, at one time I was on his side. So I'm on Team USA side, basically. Or the Rat Squad, however people want to say it. I'm okay. I still don't want to see him not succeed. I mean, the guy never said anything bad about my stuff I'm putting out there. He might not like me. I might not like him. But I would never want to see somebody fail. Like, go ahead. Good. More power to you. Like, you know, it's just hard work, dedication. So the guy wound up giving me a thumbs up after I said that.
But also, too, there is a big difference, too, between Joey and you. Because if there was a rat around you, they wouldn't have been a rat around you. Like,
that's true.
That's a big difference.
You know that. That's why you feared so much when you were cooperating. And I'm saying I could have no, see, and that's no joke.
I know. I'm not laughing. I'm just lucky I survived.
And you know, folks, Joe and I had this conversation. And I told him, I said, Joe, if I would have found out, and Joe, you know, whether it be PJ, Ace, Anthony, Bruno, I could have sent anybody to put one in the back of your head if I found out. What did I tell you?
You would do yourself out of respect.
I would have did it myself. I would have, when he's down, I would have told him, Joe, why? And I know you would have said, Dom, I didn't look, you're still home. We had the guns. We were going to shoot, kill, maybe hippie. You didn't get arrested for that. You didn't get arrested for this. You didn't get arrested for that. I didn't hurt you. Please, you know, you're going to have to plea. It's just normal. I would do it. Yeah. But at the same token, I would say, Joe, I can't let it go. I know. And you know that. So, you know, make your peace. And that's it. I'll make sure it goes quick. Yeah, exactly. Well, look how much. I would have did it myself. You know how many hairs I lost on every time when you called me for? I was like, oh my God. And I don't know if you were doing it on purpose or not. Like, you would always call me, hey, Joe, listen, meet me at 15, meet me at 12, meet me this. I broke your balls so much like that. You really want to know, we'll say it live. So I don't think I ever told you. No. I broke your balls so much because you were so aloof. You were just like, You beat to your own drum. I'm like, no, this bitch, he's with me. I'm going to make sure he doesn't beat to his own drum.
Yeah.
Like, I let you do what you wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
And tell the people, did I ever once your loan shark and whatever you did on the side, did I ever tax you?
Not once.
I didn't say, Joe, you have to kick up anything. One time I borrowed money from you and you got paid back.
Yep.
Right? It was just once. I think 20,000.
20,000. That was it. Yeah.
That's because my boy lost too many bets that week.
I felt bad too because when you said to me, Joe, I got nobody else to go to, but I need 20,000. That's okay.
Well, because he had me hit everybody up prior.
Yep. I was like, okay. And then you said, I'll give it back to you in a couple of weeks. You did.
Was it a couple of weeks or a couple of months?
No, it was about a week or so. 2 weeks went by, you gave me 10, and then another week after that, you gave me the other 10. Yeah.
So. But that's the way I roll, people. I didn't take advantage of my friends. I just, it's what it is. But I would have did it myself. So go back to the rats. Listen, Joe, thank God I cooperated, because if I was out there now, just for my pride, I'd be killed. That's all I'd be doing is killing somebody every week.
But I could see that though. That's the whole thing. I could actually see it, and I could see why.
And then eventually I'm going to get caught, or somebody's going to say something. I'm back in jail. And then I just paved the road for a mutt, a dog, a flea, a washwoman like Mancuso, who's just really, he's the epitome of a washwoman. He's just, just disgusting. He's foul. Look at him. He looks like Despicable Me.
Yep.
The cartoon character.
See, the one difference I liked, there was a couple of people that didn't like Joe Messino when I was away and I was with Chili. And he says to me, he goes, I never liked, Joe. That's good to say after the fact, but something, the whole time, you never liked him the whole time. There's a big difference.
Right.
You didn't.
Right. I didn't like him from the beginning.
Yes. You didn't say it just because he became the boss.
No, I didn't like him back then. I even told Vinny.
Exactly.
I says, he's not my boss. Vinny says, bro, he's your boss. He's the boss. He's not my boss. Let's get that straight. We could argue this, and I told Vinny, we could argue this all day. You're not going to change my mind. Nope. You're my boss. You're my brother. I could give two shits with him. You tell me we got to take him out, we're taking him out. And that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. I have no bullshit. I never liked him. There was just something about him I didn't care for. What I heard in I had just missed him in Talladega, Alabama. We had the same counselor, Mr. Grace. Great guy, Calvin Grace. He's probably retired, definitely retired now. But he was actually a case manager. Told me stories with Messino. Messino set fire, had somebody set fire. To me, that's a rat move. You're setting fire to somebody's cell, have them pour a little gasoline by the cell. They light the match. Yeah. That's a bitch move. To me, that's a bitch move.
Yeah, do it like a man. Well, what about Mike? What about the washwoman when he was still talking to the guy that supposedly killed his father or something like that?
Oh, no. He talks to, listen, when we were out there, Vinny even said, look at this. We're walking by, Michael's waving. And he said, Dom, what's up? You see Michael wave? Yeah, what's wrong? That's the guy who killed his father. He knows it too.
Jeez. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah. All right, we'll go back to answering questions.
Yeah.
Damn. Where are we?
Everyone in New York and Florida knows Joe Barone is soft as bread.
No, not bread, cotton candy.
Oh, yeah. There you
cotton candy. So, Joe, I didn't mean to pull that, but I'm going to pull him up anyway.
That doesn't bother me. Oh, All-Star. There you go. Jeff is like a real life Bud Bunny from Married with the Channel. Oh, yeah. Bud Bundy. Yeah. From Married with Joe. Yeah. Oh, my God. Diddy Scum. Oh, Dennis. Diddy Scum. He's got Gene testifying on his behalf.
Oh, that's a low blow.
Yeah, that ain't right.
I agree, Diddy Scum, though.
Yes, that part.
You got to respect Messino, though. He played everyone like a fiddle and died a free man. I agree in a way. Yes, Joe was a master manipulator. He was better than Sammy, the way he played chess. Listen, Joe even outsmarted Greg Andres, who I think was one of the sharpest minds, legal minds I've ever met. Witty, quick, argumentative, knows his shit. Definitely, without a doubt, Joe Messino played everybody.
Well,
there we go. There's my man. There's my brother from another mother. The
the
German in
German.
the house. What's up?
What's up,
Sending
German?
love and support from the land down under. Hey, Joe, looking good. Crypto Nostra to the moon.
Thanks,
There
German.
we go.
Hey,
folks, with Crypto Nostra, we got a lot of money coming in. One of my partners, he's out in the Ozarks. I think St. Louis. Spoke to have a big festival this weekend for Memorial Day in the Ozarks. Big money. He says, Dom, there's a lot of money coming in. So we'll see.
Greg Andreas was also on the team that was trying to prosecute Trump on his first presidency.
No, was he?
Yeah.
Greg?
Yeah.
No, he was out of office, Joe.
You sure? Because I had gotten word that he was with that. What was that guy's? The old man. I don't know who was that. Was the lead prosecutor in?
No, Greg would have been lead.
Okay.
Greg at one point when he left organized crime, he became the acting assistant attorney general.
Oh, okay.
That's when he came in. He actually came in from Washington to speak on my behalf in front of Judge Garifas.
Oh, okay.
Dennis says Scott is a reporter from Detroit. Did LCM forever. Scott's. I don't want to say what he really is.
Okay.
But,
El Dorado. Jeff is living in two delusions, thinking he's in the mafia and thinking he's an FBI agent.
Totally agree with that.
Oh, who's this? To sit down. Okay. Nadu is still saying Dom doesn't have a recording and there's no proof he called FBI on Joey.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. But let me ask you something then. Let's put this back up.
Yeah.
This is the sit down with Jeff Hairdo. Hairdo. So let me ask you this. Jeff did pass a comment that he conceded. He apologized, or he said something. What did he say? Oh, in the text message with Jeff. Why would Jeff send me this text message then? Let's go to that. Save all the text messages, folks. Jeff.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Remember Vinny's old saying, talk to everybody like they're wearing a wire?
Yeah. He says, I asked that we have a conversation. Here's what I said. Good afternoon. How may I help you? I'm currently in a board meeting. Can't talk. That's when he saw my post up. I've asked that we have a conversation. What's your play here, Dominick? My play after he started the BS. I'm a man. No, you're not a man. You're an oompa. So are you. Absolutely. I'm a rat, but I'm still a man.
Mm-hmm.
I said my piece and your coin, and if it works, you'll get good press. Okay? But sharing personal conversations about my mental health that I have talked about openly is a bit much. So, folks, here it is.
Mm-hmm. There it is right there. Yep, that's it.
Why would he say that? Sharing conversations. He didn't talk about the rat part. He left that out.
Mm-hmm.
All you got to do if you truly feel I'm out of line is reach out and we could talk. We're all adults. No, Jeff, you're not an adult. You're a mutt. You're a mutt. You're a flea bag.
Well, didn't he check himself into a psych?
Yeah, that's what I think he did. The cops, when they came, when the agents, FBI didn't do shit. He called the local authorities. When they came, they probably told him we can't do anything. But if you feel your life, he was probably stressing. Why don't you check yourself in, commit yourself, and that's what he did.
Yeah,
that's what he did. Tried using the excuse his father passed away. This happened, that happened. He's a mutt. He's a mutt.
Yeah. Just another Tony. Maybe the stick-up crew also found some letters from Mancuso that were meant for for other mobsters' wives.
Oh, touche! Just another Tony. Touche. Very good.
Yes. Oh, Spirit of Justice, the Sigmata empath. Diddy will walk. You never know.
You know what? I tend to agree. Or I think more of a hung jury.
Yep.
We have Kodak.
Hey, Dom, you see the big liar Force got caught claiming he was rehabilitation a house and it was his daughter's. He lives on her couch, laughing my ass off, laughing my fucking man. Yeah.
I happen to like Frost, but some people, if that's true, it's true. If not, it's no big deal. Listen, when I came home, Joe will tell you, I couldn't take it no more. I was sleeping. I went back to my mother's house. I had to leave. I was sleeping in Nancy's house on the couch, and then finally I got Vinny's mother-in-law bought a house on Scherz Avenue, and I rented the main house. So it took maybe about a month, but it happens. Nothing you could do about it.
You got to adjust. Takes a little while to adjust again.
Yep. Oh, people, check out, if you didn't see the premiere today, the trailer, check it out. We're coming out on Friday. That's what we shot in Sarasota. And we might be working on a deal, thanks to Anna Banana, for the real Bronx Tale story. This is, yes, Chaz Palminteri did an excellent job with Bronx Tale, but this is my Bronx story.
That's it.
From a killer, a thug, a gangster, drug dealer, and a rat. Then fuck it.
You covered it all.
Choose my friend. What's that?
You covered all of it.
And Joe might be in that too as well. So with Joe's story, my story, putting them together, and we're working on doing this, getting a series started. So
yes,
I think we have a lot of stuff to go off of, and I think it would be good.
I love the Who's that? Dom, do you follow JEFF Carnisi of Mob Talk Radio? Thoughts on his past? Jeff claims to be a family of Sicilian mafioso.
I think Jeff has a good voice for radio. I definitely think he does. Did you ever hear of him, Joe?
No.
I like the way he speaks. There's certain things I disagree with, certain things I agree with. I happen to like him. And if he could be Sicilian Mafia. There's, but
try to check him out.
I tend to like him.
What's that, Pudgy?
Yeah.
Dom, you didn't even know the iron worker.
Pudgy, what are you talking about? I did know the iron worker very well. So, again, there's somebody who's misinforming you.
Yep.
So.
Hey, All-Star, you two have to do a rap video over the Beastie Boys some.
Maybe one day. Oh, there goes Jeff walking down the street, eating a cheesesteak and beating his meat. There goes Jeff. Oh, my God.
They don't even know how much fun we used to have when we would go to the city.
Joe,
like that.
All you did was 12 months? Pudgy.
Oh, 12 months. No, I did. My first bid, I did 3 years and 6 months. And then on my second one, I did 15 months in the box, but 19 months altogether.
Pudgy, let me tell you something. You keep on coming up with your BS, you're getting blocked. Cynthia, get ready. Hit him. Wise guy, you do it. You do it. Pudgy comes out with something, wise guy, take him out. That's the way we roll Mafia around here.
That's it. Oh, it is, wise guy. Cynthia, you have 17 subscribers. Nice.
You go, girl.
Go, Cynthia.
You don't know anything, Dom. You know what, Pudgy?
Yeah,
how about watch this? Bye, Pudgy. Bye-bye. You got taken out by the boss.
That's right.
Gone.
Oh, God. James, okay. Jeff wants to be Ernie Aiello just because they look the same. Yeah, well, don't worry about that. You can never be that. Jim benefits. Nadu just got on YouTube with a segment. I'm loyal here, so I'm not listening.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. No problem. Nobody's forcing you to tune
Peter
in.
Miller, what's up? What's going on? What's up, Cynthia? That's Cynthia. You have an admirer. York, the jury pool is key. Only takes one. You're right about that, York. Only takes one.
That's right.
And that's why I think he's definitely going to get that one. We have Anthony. My crypto nostrum more than tripled. In your face, Jeff Doo. Listen, folks, like I said, everybody who came in on the pre-sale, I'm giving everybody back their initial investment when it hits 1 penny. We're close to half a cent already, folks, so we're not that far off. So we're gradually moving. After this trip, I checked today with my contacts overseas. The guy actually went from the UK to Dubai today to meet with them. If he says it's all go, I'm heading out there ASAP to get these guys to come in. And they're looking, we're talking anywhere from 10 to 20 million into the coin itself.
Oof.
So,
hey, I bet you it wouldn't surprise me, Dominic, if Jeff Nadu is secretly going to invest into the crypto too.
he could. I wouldn't mind.
No,
So,
of course not. Peter Armstrong, did Jeff ever give a reason why he told people not to buy Dom's crypto?
no, good question.
Yeah,
No,
very good.
no, he just used the excuse, well, if it does succeed, you got good press.
Yeah.
Got good press. Who do you think you're talking to, you moron? You called my crypto a rug pull, a scam. I'm robbing people. I was never loyal to anybody in my entire life. Dom, really? Now you hear robbing people? You're going to rob people, Dom, with your shit coin? Jeff, you're just a mutt, a little oompa. And that, Joe, that's one person. If I see him, I just might bitch slap him all over the street. Seriously, well, I don't care with him.
I didn't know he said that to that extent. I'm going to
smack. And it's not about, you never see me this irate when people talk about me personally. No. You're talking about something that all the viewers, all my followers put in, and you're going to come out like that, get people nervous? You mutt, you punk.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm waiting for him to come back because I'm on the verge of really going up there. I really, like, I'm besides myself. I really am. I get so tight inside. I'm waiting for him to come out with something and see if RJ or Mikey Scars sticks up or Joey sticks up for you. Jesus Christ won't stick up for you if I'm coming to you.
Yeah, okay.
Mutt. What a mutt. What a dog.
Yeah, they're going to let him get bitch smacked is what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah. No, they're going to. RJ. What's RJ going to do? What's Scars? Yeah, okay. Really. Mikey didn't even have the decency to call me or say anything to me. He knew. He knew. And this is mafia stuff. He knew.
Yeah.
He knew. Because I'll go right to his goddamn house in Naples. You're messing with the wrong person, brother. Wrong person. There's nothing soft about me. And I don't like going there, but it's just, I didn't like that whole setup, really. It's just crazy.
Yeah, because it's wrong all the way around. You know what I mean? It's wrong.
CJ says the trailer is fire. Check it out, folks. Check out the trailer. It's being released Friday morning, 7 a.m. We're doing a whole series with it. And then we'll see with my story.
Hey, James again. Check out Jeff.
Aiello's, I think.
Aiello's, yeah. It looks like Aiello's new episode on catfish. He's getting good at it.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Me neither.
Sounds interesting. Me neither.
Ron John Sirkar. Big Dom, got a question about Sal the iron worker. When he was deported to Montreal and got into the war with the Rizzutos, was he still the acting Bonanno boss at the time? Was he trying to make the Bonannos I can't remember what that was.
They're trying to make them Bonannos again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there was a war. I think he was suggesting things. And as the acting boss, I don't think he was acting boss at that time because he's not in New York. How could you control anything? It's like being in jail, being in prison, because you don't have access to anything other than messages. So I think somebody else took his position. I don't know that for a fact. But as far as a war, there was no war. He ran across the wrong people who were loyal to the Rizzutos. At that point, I know when I was with Baldo and Vinny had sent Sal the Ironworker up to Canada, they used to kick down $50,000 a year, $25,000 a year for Christmas. Vinny sent them up. Sal the ironworker came back with 50,000. Vinny said, "You're part of this family. You're bringing it down." They respected Vinny big time. Vinny interacted with them on a regular basis, so they knew Vinny. They respected him. And there was a gripe up there because they told Sal, Joe Messino ratted and got our boss in trouble. And Sal's response was, "Well, your boss is part of the Bonanno Crime Family. He's a captain in this family. Yes, he's the boss of Canada, but you're still under our umbrella." They respected that. Vinny sent word, respected that. But after Vinny got ousted and Michael took over, there's no more respect. And that was it. They just had enough. Sal was in the wrong place at the right place at the wrong place at the wrong time, actually.
Right.
And that's how he got clipped. So.
Shame.
Cynthia says Pudgy's a jackass. Oh, we know. And he got axed by the boss.
Kansas Mac, Jeff Nadu actually has control of the iron workers in New York City.
Oh, great. Maybe he could get a job there.
Soretta, Dom, let's hear the sales pitch for the Dubai trip. I need to retire. OCN.
My sales pitch is what we created. We have the strongest base foundation laid. My subscribers purchased pre-sale 400 million coins. Oh, by the way, only one person sold the other day. They sold $5,000 worth. They sold their pre-sale that they bought, which it's okay. Saves me $5,000 from giving somebody when it hits a penny. But we have a solid base. Everybody's holding. Everybody believes in this. And with that base, look at our chart. Nobody sold anything until day 33, 34. We had a sell-off. We bounced back. We're at that same limit. We even broke the limit at one point. So we're constantly growing. And this is good, folks. It's hovering around the market cap anywhere from 6.2 to 6.5. It might have hit 6.6. I don't know. But it's great that it's hovering there because once we break this resistant level, you're going to see it excel even more and then pull back. Same thing. It's healthy. But we have a solid coin. We have an ecosystem. And folks, I didn't even tell you what I'm coming out with that'll not only the gaming app, the lending company, the lawyer. I spoke to her today. She's applying for all the licensing. So we got the lending company. It's currency. It's already been used as a currency. But we have things coming out. It's going to take it over the top. It's going to take it way over the top. So with that said, folks, that'll be my pitch, and then more stuff that I will have a conversation with them. Timothy O'Reilly says, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and share. Thanks, Timothy, as always. Much love and respect.
Just another Tony. Maybe Hippie robbed a social club to buy some extra dope.
That's a good possibility. Yep. Good possibility.
Dennis Irving, Dom, Joe talk about families coming with two families. Oh, commingling with two families.
Dom, Joe talk about oh, you lost me with that one.
Yeah.
Joe was a Bonanno. We were both from Genovese. Bonannos we became.
Yeah. James again, if OCN goes to a penny, I will pay Jeff Aiello to have a girlfriend experience. That's pretty good, James. Oh, Francisco. Yeah, that's it. Francisco. Yeah. Cynthia, Pudgy, 10 minutes, timeout, already here. Francisco.
Oh, he's back on?
I don't know. Maybe he tried to come on again. Who knows? Cynthia will knock him out. The Bronx, you keep throwing them out. It's going to get boring in here.
No, I don't want listen, I don't want anything to disrupt the show because there's a lot of people in here. Don't worry, I got a lot of shit anyway. I could keep on going. Dom, please, is that your Trans Am? No, it's not my Trans Am, but that baby roared.
And you look good in it too.
The video. And you see like my head shaking a little bit. That's from the shake of the car.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice baby. It 4-something in there. 4-something engine.
Salvatore, come on. Salvatore, come on, Dom. You think Jeff Nadu's world carries that much weight in the Bronx Mafia? LOL. Your judgment is being tainted by your disdain for this mutt.
No, Jeff Nadu didn't talk about what went on as far as in the Bronx. That was Gene. Oh, somebody said Pudgy must be Nadu. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Sloth Bernstein. Jeff does beat his meat with cheesesteak in the other hand while he watches reruns of Joey's podcast. These guys are getting down dirty, man.
I know. Folks, we're gonna start wrapping it up tonight. Joe has to go. Joe told me, he threatened me. He says, Dom, you can't be on here long. I wish everybody the best. And people, go to Joe's podcast, the Goodfellow Podcast. Check it out.
Thanks.
He puts on a good show. Joe has a great demeanor, and he's like me. He'll tell it the way it is, 24/7, and that's what it's about. What you see with us is what you get with us. Honesty, and we're not afraid to say when we mess up, and we'll stick by our guns when we're right.
That's right.
And don't forget, check out the trailer for the premiere that's coming out on Friday morning, 7 a.m. And then Friday afternoon, we'll talk about it. We'll go into it. So everybody have a great night. Let's say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah, good to see everybody again.
Golf, goodbye. What's this? Joetown Jack, goodbye. John, goodbye. Francisco, Wise Guy, Roxanne, Rajan. Who else we have? Who else? Cynthia. I'll just go through the names off the East Kid. Goodbye. Good night. Everybody have a great night. Hope everybody had a great weekend as well. Cynthia, big arms. Good night. Who else we have? Jim. Good night. Great evening. The Truth. Good night. Joe, you could start helping out here.
Yes, Suzanne. Oh God, German. Everybody.
Susan, your book's going out tomorrow. I can't wait for All Star. He's not giving me an address, so that's all good. So me and my strep pet. Good night, Mustang. Good night. 7-7, The Truth. Everybody have a wonderful Whoa. We got a show. Whoa. Somebody snuck in a contribution.
Oh,
thank you for the contribution. Hey guys, I've been watching you both from the earliest days. You both have crazy backstories that would make good series. Listen, we're working on it. We got Anna Banana in there. She's pushing away. She's funny. She tells me, I'll share. She tells me, she said, all right, Dom, we got to get you a manager, an agent. I said, no, you ever see that little kid? Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit. Yeah. That's what I said, bullshit. You're my manager. You're my agent. And that's it. She's like, oh, thank you. I said, of course. What the hell? So, but that's about it. Thank you for that contribution. It's greatly appreciated. Joe.
Yep, Dominic, love you. Thank you so much for having. Can't wait to get you back on the Goodfellow podcast as well.
Can't wait. It would be my pleasure. Don't leave, Joe. We'll talk after this.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. See everybody tomorrow live at 5.